the truth. They went and sued. Whoever is advising the Goncalves is ill advising the Goncalves for them to get exposed at the end of the day. Whoever is advising the Goncalves is ill advising the Goncalves. And I don't know if it's Shannon Gray or whoever it is, but I said they're not gonna sue, because if they sue, it's a wrap. Because then now whatever didn't came out, because the trial never occurred due to the he plead guilty, and that lawsuit, everything that did not came out on trial because he plead, it will come out in this trial. Thank you, stupid motherfuckers. Stupid. Big shout out to Sir Equinox. Stupid. Egocentric lunatics. Stupid. Egocentric people, ill-advised, thinking that they are God. People that are living in a lie, and then now they want to live a lie through the WSU lawsuit after I told them they're not going to do it. Listen, I do things. I wish y'all knew me, because again, those that don't know me, they'll get to know me one day. If y'all follow through and they listen, y'all get to know me one day. I do things on purpose. I'm that guy that do things on purpose, because I see ahead of the curve and I see you coming, and I'm gonna make you trip on your fucking mouth. And guess what? I'm that good. I'm that good. I'm that good. You haven't seen it yet. The devil is in the details. When they started clearing people before they cleared Jack the Cole, due to that I knew that they were about to clear him, I'm like, guess what? I'ma fuck you up. I'ma force you to investigate him. How you do that, Jrod? Oh, with all this information that I have? With all this information that I have? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Why not? So I utilize my first and last name with all my real information. And listen, this is my YouTube True Crime. This is my other YouTube True Crime. And you know what I'm saying? Click like, subscribe, share the content. And this is my address. This is my phone number. Do you need my social security? No, we don't need that. All right, thank you. So this is what I got for you. You know why? Because when you give a tip, and you don't give a name or last name, you want to go confidential and all this other shit, 9 times out of 10, they don't give a fuck about whatever you just said. They don't. All this confidential information and all this other shit, and that will never get nowhere, because it's not a first and last name to protect. The only reason they will and are forced to investigate is if they have a tip consistent with the information in hand, which they had, because obviously he was in the paper as a first suspect. Hijack the call. You saw homeboy. Yeah. Go Raiders. So this is how you are not going to see in no documentation at all whatsoever that the investigation against Jack DeCole went anyway. They didn't. It's they told you that while investigating Jack DeCole, they stopped. They told you this. They told you this themselves. They were investigating the first suspect and they stopped. Want to include the FBI? Oh yeah, shut the fuck up. Try to use the FBI as the boogeyman, because that's all y'all do. Use the FBI as a boogeyman. Why, Jrod? Why you think like that? Because if the FBI was not being used as the boogeyman, the FBI would be proud of their work and they wouldn't have no problem sharing how they got to Kohberger with the IGG, huh? They are not gonna share with you probably the process, but they will show you documentation that we did this under the law, without breaking the law, without breaking the ethics. And even though if you break the ethics, you're not breaking the law, you're just being a piece of shit. Under the argument of vigilante and stigmatizing Bryan Kohberger as a keyword stigmata, but they stigmatizing Bryan Kohberger with the bad guy stigma that don't belong to him. To stigmatize Bryan Kohberger, that's all they did. They put a stigma on him. I'm sorry if I'm using words that you are not related to. No police contact. Even though he went through his tough time in Pennsylvania, no police contact outside of his sister's situation. There is no proof of it. No proof. Is no legal paperwork of it. It's all he said, she said. News Nation told you that they look into it and they couldn't find nothing about it, but they told you an excuse like, oh well, but sometimes they expunge. Even if it gets expunged, it's there, but it shows that it's expunged. Stupid. That's how we know that the he said, she said, without no proof, it gets you nowhere. But they still using that as spaghetti to throw at the wall. In the same way they try to use the spaghetti, putting Bryan Kohberger on a home invasion report, that he don't belong. That he don't belong. But you only did that to have something against him as a previous, because you didn't have no previous from Pennsylvania, nor Pullman, nor Idaho. This is a man that only have tickets. No violent, nothing. No weird report, no nothing. And as y'all seen the body cam footage of the home invasion in an early episode, you could tell that all these college girls, they think they special. This college, listen, I was in college, okay, long enough to know They think they special.